Welcome, Ross Wars, another edition of the Monday Night Miracle. It's Mike, Gainesville Gators. I just want to apologize to everybody for last week. I kind of got a little wrapped up in a meeting that I just couldn't dip out of. Normally I would have, but I couldn't get out of it. So I had to stick around to the end. And so I was running a little late, a little behind. Didn't want to just kind of push out something and just push it out. So, but I'm back and we got everything all straightened out. Life's been a little crazy this week, but it is what it is. So we're gonna just dive right in here and just check out some of these matchups. Pretty much a lot of them are pretty much settled. It's kind of like bye week hell for a lot of people. So only a few matchups really came down to the wire or even could switch either way tonight. So we'll go ahead and just dive in and just take a look and see what we got here. Uh, so let's look at our top players of the week. As usual, start off there. And of course, Joe Mixon right at the top is 5 touchdowns. Uh, Hargrave, Justin Fields, Devontae Adams, Patrick Mahomes, Kirby Joseph, Matt Judon, Deron Payne, David Collins all had some good days. Jordan Hicks, all some really, really good days. Neil Hunter, Quiddy Pay, DeForest Buckner, Dallas Goedert, Walker, Tyreek Hill, Jordan Brooks. All those guys had some really good days. So there were some good matchups, some good scores put up for sure. And I'm sure they helped some people win. Mixon, of course. I had a friend, I talked to him earlier. He said he had Mixon on his roster and still lost by like 30 points. I was like, how the hell do you do that? I guess I don't know. Anyway, so let's dive into some of these matchups and see what we got here. Okay, first matchup. I'm just going to start off with mine in the Crunch here. So the Crunch have got a 34-point lead on me right now, and I still have 2 players going with Olave and Traquan Smith. So I doubt I'm going to get that much out of both those, considering both receivers. I mean, I'd be lucky to even get 20 some points that they're projected. But so the Crunch should take this one. Certainly made it close with some of his players failing to do much. Kind of made it a little easier for me. But so this, as far as highlights on both sides, is pretty minimal. You got Rondale Moore had a little nice showing. Garrett Wilson really looked good. I think he had like 10 targets or something like that, maybe more. Dallas Goedert, nice day, got a 100-yard day. On the defensive side, Deron Payne, who we mentioned earlier. So yeah, he had a little help. That's what got him over the hump for the Crunch on the Gator side. Defensively, Kevin Bayard, Lua Khan, Kenneth Murray had a really good day, doubled up his projection. Nwasu, Grover Stewart still smashing it, top DT. I think Nwasu, he's like top 5 DN. So the defensive side of the ball has been kind of carrying the Gators through their rebuild. And offensively, I mean, there's nothing to even really look at over here. I mean, to be honest with you, Ramondre Stevenson had a pretty good day. Got him a touchdown, so he's still relevant in that offense. So yeah, Crunch take this one, move to 6-3. Gators will fall to 0-9. Still looking for that first win. Okay, we're on to our next one. And we got the Vegas Beach Tiger Sharks and the Illinois Gunslingers. Looks like they both have 3 players going, but you're talking 47 points to make up. I just don't see that happening for the Gunslingers. So they're going to drop this one. The Tiger Sharks are on tear. I think they went 0-3 to start the season. Sitting there at 5-4. I'm going to move to 5-4. The Gunslingers fall to 4-5. Highlights. As far as who's going, Gunslingers have Lamar Jackson, Justin Hill, and Tyrann Mathieu, where Sharks have Pete Werner, Paulson Adebo, going for, and Andy Dalton. So both have a quarterback, a couple defensive players, and a running back. So I really don't see where the Gunslingers with that can make up that many points. Could make it close, but I don't really see it happening. Highlights are for Tiger Sharks. Miles Sanders had a pretty good day. Tyreek Hill, of course, we talked about it. TJ Hawkinson, his first game with Minnesota, comes out, catches 9 passes for 70 yards. I guess they're not going to slowly work him in. It's kind of good. I got him in another league. I really need him. Aaron Donald, Vita Vea, got him a couple sacks. Marcus Golden, Von Miller, Ernest Jones, Jalen Petrie. And for the Gunslingers, Jair Alexander, David Long, Zach Allen, Greg Joseph, Alice Goddard, Garrett Wilson. We talked about, and he still has a few players going tonight. So, but Tiger Sharks should take this one with the 5-4. Congratulations, Shaq. Okay, on to our next one. This is the Killer Koalas against the Saints. Yeah. Saints are in like full rebuild right now at this moment. Or at least, taking his lumps, setting the lineup. All right, so the Killer Koalas should easily take this one, no problem. This is pretty much a done deal. They have 2 players going with Kamara and Duvernay, so should easily be able to just smash it with Tucker, the only thing going for the Saints. So the Koalas had a pretty good showing with Tom Brady, Travis Etienne, Joe Mixon, of course, Cooper Kupp, Curtis Samuel, Juju finally showed up. Good for him. Ryan Suckup, Danielle Hunter, and I mean, in general, other than his D-backs, his defense pretty much put up some numbers for him and won this for him along with Joe Mixon. For the Saints, he had DeForest Buckner, Zach Sealer, Jerome Baker had okay, Teron Johnson, and Jalen Thompson. Offensively, Noah Fant and Tyler Lockett. Pretty much about it. Josh Allen had an okay day, as well as Kyler Murray. Nothing to get too excited about. Anyway, so the Saints will fall to 2-7. Koalas will move to 7-2. And moving on to our next matchup, and it's the Blizzard and the Slashers. And right now, the Blizzard have a 47-point lead. They each have 1 guy going, so it's looking like the Slashers are going to fall to another one. So, who they each have going? Isaiah Likely and Juwan John, both the tight ends for both sides. So, not looking for them to be putting up any big numbers, but they could, one way or the other. But 47 points is a pretty good tall order. It's only 1 guy going, so Blizzard to win this one, move to 5-4. Slashers will fall to 6-3. Highlights for the Blizzard were Mahomes, DeAndre Carter, I guess you could say, Jay Brown, okay. Defensively, Wasu, Jordan Brooks, Jordan Hicks, Lamont Gardner, Chauncey Gardner Johnson, and Byron Murphy. I mean, his D-backs did really well for him. Jordan Hicks and Brooks really put the numbers up as opposed to Wasu. For the slashers, they had Richie Grant, Roger McCrary. On the defensive side, offensively, DK Metcalf, and I mean a couple of them, Ramondre Stevenson, and you know Stephon Diggs, just kind of just did whatever. But yeah, so they're gonna fall to this one. I don't see them coming back. 5-4 for the Blizzard, 6-3 for the Slashers. Moving on. Okay. Another one is probably pretty much in the books with almost 100 points, like 90 some points, 80 some, 80, 90 points. So, I mean, you're talking quite a bit here for the Mayhem to make up. So, with only one person going, and that's Chris Olave. You got Taysom Hill on the other side. So, there's pretty much a wash there. So, the Tremor should take this one, no problem. Move to 7-2. Mayhem fall to 3-6. Highlights: Geno Smith, Devontae Adams, Al Lazard, Josh Palmer all had good days for the Tremors. Defensively, Aiden Hutchinson, Luakon, Simmons, Drew Tranquil, Ramsey, Baird, Hamlin, like all had really good days. Defense really showed up for him and really put this in the bag. And off, I mean, pretty much all the way through. This lineup with only a couple of them that were single digits. Mayhem, Michael Carter did really well. Darnell Mooney, Jalen Waddle, had Deron Payne, Darius Smith, Zayvon Collins, Denzel Perryman, Okada, Jeff Okada, Tariq Woolen. I mean, just had a few sprinkled in here and there, but I mean, with the majority of them in single digits, which a lot of them in bye weeks, man, really tough. Boy, got to put it out there, whatever you can get. But anyways, Mayhem fall to 3-6. Tremor moved to 7-2. Moving on to our next matchup. Next matchup is the Falcons and the Panthers. And this one also looks pretty much in the bag. The Panthers almost at 300 points. Falcons barely over 200. So, yeah, kind of looks like Panthers are going to win this. Falcons do have two players going as well as the Panthers. They have Calais Campbell and Owe, and Davis and Cam Jordan for the Panthers going. So, I mean, it's going to be some points put up, but 100 points is come on. Falcons did have a few players that did well. With Justin Fields had a really nice day. He had 3 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown day. Yeah, he did really well. Yeah, did good. Still lost. Tough one. Tyler Algier, Cordell Patterson come back, picked up right where he left off. Cole Kmet. On defensive, Bet Oliver. I guess you could defensively just kind of flop and just did nothing. Did nothing. So in fact, that's probably what did it for him. For the Panthers, they had Tua, Eckler had a good day. James Robinson came in, had a good day, got him a touchdown as well too. So you call that a positive. Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce, Hargrave, Khalil Mack, and a couple of his defensive guys, Harrison Smith, Rodney McLeod, all had some good days. So the Panthers win this one. They'll move to 6-3, and the Falcons will fall to 4-5. Under our last matchup in the PP, and that's the Badgers and the Tyrants. And it looks like this one's in the bag. Badgers are pretty much done for the day, and they're already down 60, or not 60, but 37, 38 points. So, yeah, it's over with. Tyrants still have 3 guys going. Kenyon Drake. Let's see, who does he have going? Kenyon Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith. So, It's going to do nothing but just stack more points. Should be up over 300 pretty easily for him. So Derek Carr for the Badgers did really well. Kenneth Walker, Christian Kirk, Rondell Moore. Defensively, just kind of, I mean, didn't do bad. Just really kind of just stuck with the projections. Never really, no one ever peaked over anything. No, no big splash other than the Jarius Sneed. He got a green down there, but that's about it. So that's that. Over here for the Tyrants, Trevor Lawrence did well. Joe Burrow, Derrick Henry, Cole Hardman, a really nice day. Justin Jefferson as well. On the defensive side, just pretty much everybody. Robinson, Simmons, Grover Stewart did well as first D tackles. Linebackers, Evans, Kendrick still has Queen and Roquan going. So, yeah, really good day. Should put him well over 300 and give him the win. So they'll move to 3-6, and the Badgers will fall to 2-7. Okay, let's move on to the RR side. And we're going to go with this one here, which is already in the books. And the Rottweilers will take this one, which is pretty solid. Well, I think it was 0-5, 0-4 to start the season. It was a rough start, either way. But it's kind of turning it around a little bit. He does have one other person going. I think it's Isaiah Likely. Might as well. Hawkinson's out. Or Andrews is out. So anyways, highlights for the Rottweilers are Joe Burrow, pretty decent, as well as Trevor Lawrence as well. Again, there we go. So ETN, Fournette kind of showed up. He did okay. Nothing special. Lockett, Ertz, defensively, Kenny Clark, Jerome Baker, David Long, Jerry Sneed, Jesse Bates did well. Did enough. I mean, not a lot of scoring on that side, but enough to get him the win. Juwan Bentley, Bobby O, probably say did okay on the defensive for the Unforgiven, but offensively, Austin Eckler, Tyreek Hill, Josh Jacobs had been on a tear. Didn't they shut him down pretty much? It's the Devontae show. But yeah, Jeffrey Simmons, uh, about it. So the Unforgiven will fall to 4-5, and the Rottweilers will move to 4-5 and keeping pace, trying to get that playoff spot. Okay, on to our next matchup. This was the big one of the week here. And two unbeaten teams going at it, and it kind of lived up to its billing. Got a 54-point lead for the Arsenic at the moment with two other players going. 3 for the Blitz, Lamar Jackson, Duvernay, and Roquan going for Baltimore. And the Blitz there. All Baltimore on his side. And for the Arsenic, they have Tyson Hill and Demario Davis. So he's going New Orleans, he's going Baltimore. And I mean, how close could this matchup get? It could get really close with Tyson Hill and Demario Davis. Who knows what you're going to get out of Taysom? Demario Davis probably put up his numbers, pretty solid, decent day. So, I mean, it should be a pretty good with Roquan just coming over. Gonna be tough, but I think the Arsenic could take this one. I mean, projections have them out by 30 points, 30 plus points. They have a 54-point lead. Should be a little closer than that, maybe, but they should be able to take in the blitz of fall on this one. Arsenic will keep it that undefeated season, 9-0. And a real good chance to finish out the season 9-0. So congrats on that one. Got to go through that division now though. So it's Pigskins and the Unicorns and the Unforgiven ahead for the Arsenic for his undefeated season. Okay, so highlights. Patrick Mahomes, these guys really scored it up, so this would be quite a bit. You can just go down the list here and see for yourself. Patrick Mahomes, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Juju, Kelsey. Defensively, just kind of, I think that's really what hurt them. But they kept right in close to their projections, just never could get anything other than Cameron Curl got a little over, and Khalil Mack a little over what he was projected. But yeah, the Mixon and Mahomes, Henry, Kelsey kind of really just kept them in this thing. For the Arsenic, um, Josh Allen, he didn't really play all that great. He had 2 interceptions when it really counted. Go ahead. But yeah, so Devontae Adams, McCall Hardman, Curtis Samuel, Forrest Buckner, Matt Judon, Sean Evans, Jordan Hicks, Eric Kendricks, Gardner, Richie Grant, Eddie Jackson. But I mean, you can see the points on the defensive side. That was really the tipping point, probably, because probably say they're pretty even across the board on offense, give or take a little here and there. But I think the defenses really won it for the Arsenic, and they're going to move to 9-0, and Blitz will fall to 8-1. So good matchup, guys. Okay, on to our next one, which is pretty much in the bag. Got a 67-point lead at the moment. The Mugmen and the Pigskins, that's who this matchup is. And the Mugmen are down 67 points, 66 plus, whatever. And he has 3 vs Tucker, Cam Jordan, and Tyrann Mathieu. I think he had injuries on the bench. Oops, pass it. He does. Mark Andrews is out. Yep. I probably hurt him a little bit, but not, I mean, even then, probably would have been tough. But yeah, I mean, 60 some points is a lot. A lot of points for 3 players. One of them being a kicker. Basically 20 points apiece. Could happen. Could happen. 22 points apiece. It could happen, but I don't see it happening. And the Mugmen will fall to 5-4. Pigskins will move to 6-3. And some of the highlights too for the Mugmen Tua, Cordell Patterson, Walker, Denzel Perryman, Jalen Ramsey, and Devin McCourty all did well. Jonathan Owens, Bobby Wagner, Jamin Davis, Daniel Hunter all did well for the Pigskins on defense. Jalen Waddle, Christian Kirk, Miles Sanders will do well for him on offense. So yeah, this one here is in the books. We call it Pigskins will probably take this one with 6-3. And Mugmen will fall to 5-4. On to our next matchup. The next matchup is the Legion and the Unicorn. And this is another one that's pretty much in the bag. Talking nearly 100 points. So, and he has 2 players going, and Kamara and Juwan Johnson. Take a miracle, another 5 touchdowns for Kamara or something like that would really do it. So the Legion should be able to take this one without any problems. And moving closer to the Mugmen for the division. We'll be down a game now. So highlights. Tom Brady did okay. Comeback win for him. Justin Fields, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Cole Kmet, Javon Hargrave, Von Miller, Jordan Brooks, David Collins, James Bradbury, Jordan Whitehead all did well for the Legion. And Harrison Smith, Kyler Gordon, Drew Tranquil. It was pretty sweet that CJ Mosley came back after getting hurt. Got him sacked and passed it back. That was sweet to see that. Someone say, yeah, he did well too. Uh, okay, and Zadarius Smith, Aaron Donald all did well. Zach Allen for his defense. His defense just kind of showed up for him, really. I mean, all in all, did really well for him. On the offensive side, Waller was out. That hurt. Noah Fant had a pretty good day. And Michael Carter, pretty much it. I mean, Jalen Hurts, okay. Nearly 20 points, but just not enough. Not enough. Whenever a guy's putting up 20, his offense putting up 40s, 30s, kind of tough. So the Unicorn will fall to 5-4, and the Legion will move to 4-5. And congratulations. And okay, on to our last matchup, which is the Puffin and the Warlocks. And it looks like the Puffin pretty much got this one. They're only up by 16 points, but they have 4 players going. It's 4 players are Kenyon Drake, Justin Matabuki, Ashawn Robinson, and Jason Owe. So, I mean, he's got the lead. You got Clayus Campbell and who else? Pete Warner. I mean, Puffin could probably take this one. I mean, projections show like 30 points, but it could actually be a little closer than that. It all kind of depends on what Kenyon Drake does. Yeah, it all really just depends on how Baltimore comes out and plays. I mean, it could easily just you got Chuck Clark too, so yeah, we should easily before 4-2. I mean, play the numbers game. Puffin would win this one for sure, hands down. Highlights: Derek Carr, Geno Smith did really well for the Puffin. James Robinson, Josh Palmer, DK Metcalf, Ashawn Robinson, and Jalen Petrie and Jalen Thompson did well for him. So yeah, he had a few guys do some damage. James Derwin, Chauncey Gardner, Ernest Jones. About all he had on defense really do any good for the Warlocks. Um, Offensively, Kate Otten, TJ Hawkinson did really well as tight ends. Darnell Mooney had a good day, and Tyler Algier did all right. Almost had him 100 yards. So yeah, I mean, it just wasn't enough. So I don't think it's gonna be enough. Puffins are gonna get their second win, move to 2-7. The Warlocks will go to 1-8. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Like I said, I apologize about last week, and hopefully we can get these out a little sooner. It's time change going on now. So good luck, everybody, and have a great week. See you guys next week.